Good morning and welcome. Welcome to my live stream, Fight CPS, with your host, Bob Pace. I'm on every morning at 10 a.m., weekdays, and 8 a.m. on weekends. I have a second show, Fight CPS Stop Taking Our Children, in the evening every night of the week at 7 p.m. That's a total of 14 live streams a week. The times I give you are all Pacific Standard Time. That's the West Coast in California. If you're Mountain Time, you're 1 hour ahead of me. Central Time, you're 2 hours. East Coast, you're 3 hours. And then in the United Kingdom, you're 8 hours. And in Europe, you're 9 hours. And in Africa, you're 9 hours. Yes, this is an international live stream, meaning that I've heard from around the world. Any place has the internet. So far, I have 24 countries, including the United States. I have Indonesia, Bangladesh. Uh, I have India. Then in the Middle East, I have Saudi Arabia and Iraq. And then I have Libya. Then over to the continent of Africa, I have Liberia, Sudan, Republic of Congo, Rwanda, Mozambique, and the province of South Africa. Then up to Europe, I have the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, and Wales, and then Denmark and Sweden. Across the pond, I have North America with Canada and its provinces, United States, and all 50 states have texted or called in, including Washington, D.C., and south of the border, Mexico. Then in South America, north of Brazil, on the East Coast, Grenada. Then across the South Pacific, I have New Zealand, the land down under Australia and its states. It's roughly about 2,700 people I've talked to, and they all have something in common as you and me. They've run into a bogus, a rogue CPS entity. In the United States, they're found in every county, in every state. They will have different names: Department of Children's Services, Department of Children and Family Services, Child Protection Services, the Cabinet. It list goes on and on and on. I just call it Child Protection System, CPS. That's all you have to do. Anything that deals with it. Because it was started in 62 by an act of Congress that mandated that social services put together a group of social workers to protect our children from neglect and abuse and do what's called family reunification, meaning if they have to break the family apart or the child is in danger, they need to do what's called family reunification. So we're putting the families back together. And that's important because studies have shown the best parents are the biological uh, parents, the biological mother and father. Now, some basic housekeeping things I have is how to text a message. I put it up on the screen. You guys can read that. That's the format that I like to have. So I'll give you a few minutes to look at that. Okay. Oh. So that's all you have to do is you can write me a comment. That's one way, or you can send me emojis like a thumbs up, a smiley face. Wait for people to come into the room. We're right now, nobody's in the room, I don't think, at the moment. Is anybody here? Okay. Don't see anybody here. All right, we got someone in the room. Welcome in the room. So as I was saying, you can do emojis, smiley face, thumbs up, a heart, even send me stars. And I love to hear from you. So please text me a message. All you have to do is, it's a short message about your case. Be good. Make sure to include your name and your city and state. If you're from the United States, if you're outside of the United States, your country, city and country. Now, another way we can interact with this live stream is to be a guest. I love to have guests on here, and you can arrange yourself to be on a certain day. All you do is email me. I want to be on Bob's Sunday morning show or Friday night show. I already gave the times earlier in my show talk, so you just pick one of those times, email it to bobp@vincentwdays.com. I'll send it over to our show producer, Grace, and she'll send you a link to what's called SteamYard. It'll get you on there, and you'll be able to talk. And I can take up to 9 of you, where if you phone call in, I go and do one at a time. So I can have 9 on you, which me makes 10. The rules are simple. We respectful to everybody in the room, and we don't use profanity, and we don't use the names of children, judges, or social workers, and we do not eat or smoke on the show. We don't eat or smoke on the show. Now I'm going to put my phone number up. So that way you can call in. I have a private work number. It's I use Vonage, which is a internet software program that allows me to talk on the internet on live stream. So there's the number, and you can just call the number. You don't need Vonage, and it's 626-698-0990. I'd love to have you. Okay. Well, we have a person come in and a person go out. So hopefully they'll be back. Oh, we got 2 people come in. Good. We should have some of our regulars come in, people that come here all the time. But I'm here to help you. I am a loving father and a husband. I have 43 years of marriage and 61 years of work and life skills. I've been working for a long time, and I'm here to help you with your case to get through what you're going through. Because what you're dealing with, most of you are dealing with, is a bad CPS entity, and that's hard. That's really hard. Okay, we got emoji. Thank you. Lenora Beatrice McDonald. Thank you for the love. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, we're trying to get started this morning. We have people coming and going, but what I encourage all of you is to ask me a question. And it could be either a comment about CPS or a question, but text me that message. I love to help you. Now, I've developed 5 rules that will help you in your CPS case. Some of them are explained a lot more thorough. Real quickly, one, you need to get a real attorney that is trained in juvenile law, family law, and dependency law. And then two, you need to document everything. Create a notebook. Create 2 important documents: the the incident timeline, and the journal to write to your kids about what's taking place every day. And then three is to say no and don't allow the CPS or social workers in your home. Don't allow the police in your home. And don't give up your children and don't open your door. You don't have to talk to them. And watch out with medical. Now, rule number 4 is how they use the internet. I use the Google Chrome browser and Chat GPT. Now, there's a format you want to use. You always want to put the city followed by the state. If you're outside the United States, your country. And then follow with the letters capitalized CPS. And I'll bring you all the information about CPS. Also, if we want to dig deeper, you can write what you're looking for: a juvenile law, family law, dependency attorney. You can put that after the CPS. Or the AQA 1978 Act, how that helps out Indian children. Or the 180 hearing, or the 160 hearing, or the 388 motion. There's lots of things you can find on the internet. And then lastly, rule 5 is to make all your documents copies of your important documents and have them with you. Always have copies. Leave your originals in safe spots where it's supposed to be. Now, my number's up here. I can talk. It's at 626-698-0990. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay. Uh, we got one person in here, but we don't have anybody talking. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I'm going to quiet my mic for a second and leave the room while I plug my plug into the wall. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I just had to plug in the wall there. I didn't mean to chase anybody away there, but hopefully you hear me okay. Um, anyway, I'm waiting for somebody to ask some questions or talk to me. I can sit here and talk about my case, which is a horrible, horrible case. All right. Welcome back. Oh, hello there. Hi, Cindy. I remember you from yesterday. Glad to see you. I'm doing okay, Cindy. It's kind of slow this morning, but I'm so glad you returned to my room. I agree. The CPS corruption needs to be stopped. Um, I forgot where you're from, Cindy. Can you tell me your city and state, or you're from another country? You can tell me your country. That's fine. Um, what has happened to CPS with you? They tax back, give us back our children. I know that. New York City. Well, welcome, Cindy. New York is a very, I know it's happy. It seems to be a lot of problems in New York. Hi, classical mommy. Uh, welcome to you too. Classical mommy's here to fight with you, Cindy. And your caseworker planner has been supervised. All right. He won't expand my visits. Well, it's up to the judge. Now you're having your um, removal of your parental rights. Um, we don't want to have the termination of parental rights. Do you have an attorney? Good morning, Bartley. How's your foot this morning? Is it better, Bartley? And when is your case coming up in October? Bartley is from Montana. We have Cindy from New York, and we have classical mommy from, oh boy, classical mommy, I forgot where you're from. Can you tell me? Can you tell me, classical mommy, where you're from? I know Cindy says she's from New York. Bartley is from, um, and we have Medina. Now, Medina, I think, is from Arizona. I'm having trouble this morning. Remember where all you guys are from. Medina is either from Arizona or California. Cindy's from New York. Georgia, that's right, classical. Thank you. That's right. Classical Mommy is from Georgia. Well, welcome back, Classical Mommy. And Medina, I forgot where you're at. And I asked Bartley how your foot's doing and when's your court date coming up. I want to make sure that you're fine there. I'm so glad to see some of the regular people come back into the room. It's really nice feeling. It really is. Got a little bit of brightness here. Let me see if I can tone that down a little bit here. Wow. No idea why it was set for so high. Someone keeps messing up with my settings, but we don't want it too bright there. We want to be able to see my face okay. All right. Uh, we have Bartley from Montana, who said hello to Classical Mommy from Georgia. We have Medina, who I think is from Arizona or California. I'm just guessing because I've forgotten. And we have Cindy from New York. All of you, a warm welcome. I want to help you with your CPS case. You just have to ask away all the questions to get answers, and I'll gladly give them to you. I'll gladly give them to you. You can call in, by the way. My phone number is live 626 698 0990. Now, the other number to the right of my number, if you're looking at the screen, 888 is the law office of Vincent W. Davis. And there's where um, you can contact my attorney and hire him. He'd love to work and help your case. Something about my attorney, Vincent W. Davis. He's been fighting CPS for 39 years. And he really is well trained and well experienced. He once was a foster child himself. He is schooled and licensed and educated. He's educated and licensed in juvenile law, family law, and dependency law. That's his expertise. He also can do civil lawsuits like suing CPS, and he's won back millions of dollars both at the state and the federal court. He's the real deal. He's the tiger. He will fight for your case. Now, what Bartley's allegations are, classical mommy from Georgia, is that she has a boy, a young boy. I think he's 5 years old. Anyway, she has a partner that turned bad on her and has used the money, her Social Security money, and the money he gets from social services to take care of the child. He's not the biological father. He's not the real father. What happened was, is Bartley was brought up in foster care, and when she grew into adult, they followed her. CPS followed her and have been trying to do nothing more than make her life miserable. She had a criminal charge against her, which was dropped. She is trying to have more visitations with her son. She had homeschool for him, but they've taken him out of the homeschool and put him in a public school. He's only 5 years old, so he must be in preppy kindergarten. That's the lowest. Well, there's preschool. You have preschool, preppy K, and kindergarten, and then you have grades 1 through 5, and then middle school is grades 6 through 8, and high school is grades 9 through 12. That's how the systems are set up today. And Classical Mommy from Georgia says, you can follow a case plan if you must with the child in your home. No reason not to return home. Well, the allegation is unfounded. They're trying to make Bartley crazy. She has psychological problems. She's not fit to take care of her son. That's what they're trying to do. It's all about money, Classical Mommy. As long as they keep her child in the system, they get more money. And when she was in foster care, they were getting money all the time. And then when she became an adult, they seemed to sometimes come after you still. You need to. One thing I need to tell you all, if your children listen to this, you're under the age of 18 and you are suddenly the CPS situation's done or anything like that, or when you turn 18, you need to expunge your records to have no record of involvement in CPS because it will hurt you later in life when you start to have children. It will hurt you. So you got to be careful about that. You got to be careful about that. Um, Now, Classical Mommy has shared some information here in the room. Let's see what she put in here. Yes, Bartley, you agree with Classical Mommy. Disgraceful. I'm paying for you, Barkley. I pray you have a good and strong attorney. She has a court appointed attorney. That's the downside. Most of you use court appointed attorneys. They're not going to win your case. They're overburdened and they work for CPS. Now, Bartley says, thank you. Yes, everybody does pull for you, Bartley from Montana. Classical Mommy from Georgia says the average foster child brings in 2 million laundry to the corrupt system. Wow, I never heard of that statistics. Thank you for sharing that, Classical Mommy. Call Doge now during the shutdown and encourage administration to abolish CPS. We can't abolish CPS. We need to have something protecting our children. There are 1,000 children every day in the United States that go unreported that are being abused, are being neglected. And we need that group, but we need to rethink the process. We need to re educate the social workers. They made changes. There was a senator, Nancy Schaefer, out of Georgia, that unfortunately uh, was murdered. Now, a lot of people say she committed suicide. She didn't commit suicide. Her and her husband had very nice lives. Her children were very loving. So it isn't suicide. That's what they want you to make you believe. She was murdered because she was sitting there. She wanted to abolish CPS. I want to make changes within the system. I think it can still be changed. And you're right, Doge is the one that needs to do an investigation. Now, my show ends at 11 o'clock this morning. We have about 10 minutes left of my show here before I'll have to close the doors down. But Doge is going to be helpful. Doge, it will be helpful. I'll put the phone number and information about Doge up in a few minutes here. In a few minutes, I'll put it up. Classical mommy from Georgia says, "A crime is a crime. Um, Call the police. Social police are not acceptable. You should really call 911." To all of you that want to call the police or CPS, they will lie, they'll lose the conversation. When you call 911, it's public record, it'll be there. They are the ones that determine whether the police should get involved or the child protection system should get involved. Always call 911 when you suspect a child in danger, neglect, or abuse, or expect an elderly people in neglect or abuse. Keep in mind that there's another group, Adult Protective Services, that deals with 18-year-olds and up. Now, usually someone is 18 with special needs. That means they need help from assistance. So they're protected by the Adult Protection Services, APS. Also, if you're an elderly person in a care home, a caregiving facility, or maybe in one of your children's homes, you need to be treated with respect and care. And Adult Protective Service will protect elder people too, as well as special needs children. Anybody over the age of 18 has special needs, Adult Protective Service will protect them. Now, up until the age of 18, you're protected by the Child Protection System, CPS. That's what you're being protected by. Now, Classical Mommy from Georgia says, "We are the only species on Earth that allow an intruder to kidnap our kids. It's time to man up and woman up." Okay, Classical Mommy, I hear what you're saying. But we also are in a land of laws. You see, mankind has always had laws. Whether you go back to prehistoric man, they had laws back then. And they had laws through the early periods of Roman. They had Roman laws. They also had God's laws, the Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments were one of the first real laws, and they're still good today, the Ten Commandments. But we are working in a law society, so it's very important that we follow the laws of the land. That doesn't mean CPS gets to get away with everything. It means you need to know how to fight them and how to navigate and work in the child protection system. And that's where a lawyer comes in. A good lawyer that's qualified and trained will be able to help you. Will be able to help you. Now, I have right now 11 o'clock. It's 2 minutes till. So I got 2 more minutes here of my live stream before I'll have to end. So I'm going to remove my number since no one's called in on it. And I'm going to put the Department of Government Efficiency that people have been talking about. It's called DOGE, abbreviated Department of Government Efficiency. It has a website. Make sure you go to the website, check it out. It tells you what groups they've investigated, where they're at, how much money that they've saved to taxpayers. Right now, they're in the billions. They want to get into the trillions, but they haven't got there yet. But they're in the billions savings. They also offer you a full time job to work for them. It's a career job, by the way. It's a career job. And then, furthermore, they have two phone numbers. Area code 202 is the White House. And you can call in and ask them questions and talk to them. I know because I've tried the numbers. And then they got an email. The email is doge, DOGE, at mail.house.gov. And that's where you can send in any complaints or things not working out. If you have a complaint against a lawyer or a complaint against a judge or a social worker, there's where you can go to with it. But it's important that you keep after it. Even though you send it in, you got to keep after it. So anyway, I'm gonna leave that up there. And so going back to my classical mommy from Georgia, adult protection services were designed to desecrate the family system. We are too disconnected as a society. What do you mean desecrate? Adult Protective Services is supposed to help out the elders. I've had 3 or 4 cases on here where there's been elder abuse. And one was a man whose father he was taking care of. And, uh, a lot of people have children that don't have families. So they need to be taken care of if they are special needs children. That's where Adult Protective Services come in. Um, Remember when duels were legal? What do you mean by duels were legal? They're kidnapping kids for money. I don't know what you mean by duels, classical mommy. Remember when duels were legal? Duels of what? Duels. I need to know what you mean there. I need to know what you mean. Uh, okay, we're getting close to the end. I'm going to show a video at the end of my live stream. Please watch it. It's a good video. Also, remember, I'll be on again tonight at 7 p.m. tonight. That's 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll be on. That's my next show. And then I'll be on the following morning at 8. I know Friday night I have a family commitment and I will be coming on early in the afternoon. I'm trying to get on at uh, 4 o'clock Friday night, but I'll give you more details later. I'll give you more details later. Okay, I've got to. All right, now, Pascal Mommy has asked a question. Where's the rest of the family? Well, a lot of the families here. Where's the church? I don't know about the church. The church is a personal thing. Everybody has a church. Church, I don't know what you mean by that. But anyway, Pascal Mommy from Georgia, thank you for being a part of my live stream. I appreciate coming back and helping everybody and helping. I want to help you and so forth there. I want to thank Bartley from Montana. Thank you very much for your input and for all your support and helpful in this room and stuff. And I want you to get better with your foot and get your son back. Medina, never did find out where you're from. I forgot, but it's good to see you again. I know you've been in here many times before. Bartley's already spoken. Classical Mommy. Who else do? Oh, Cindy from New York. Thank you for stopping by, Cindy. And I really hope that October 27th, your court date goes well. Because you don't want to be termination of your parental rights. It's very important. And you need to expand your visits. You need to see as much as possible. And so, anyway, I want to thank you all. God bless you all. And this is going to be one last time is don't forget to fight for your children. Keep fighting for them. Don't give up. Come here to get encouragement. God bless you all. Listen to my video at the end, and I'll see you tonight at 7.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted. And if you go against it, it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the last one.